Welcome back to our channel, and thank you for tuning in and thank you for supporting us. But if you are new to this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please encourage us by doing so that we can bring you the latest news as they come. And together we can support our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, and Eastern Security Network to make our Biafran dream a reality and put the Fulani Janjaweed to shame. He said, Buhari and his terrorist Fulani elders weep that Fulani Janjaweed are in trouble. They said that Biafrans have made up their mind to leave the zoo called Nigeria, despite IPOB suspension of the sit-at-home protest. Biafrans still deserted the streets of southeastern states. You know, Biafrans are great people, and they have shown their love for our great leader, Onyendo Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, by observing sit-at-home in all the states of Biafra. In Anambra State, despite IPOB suspension, the Anambra State election will not hold until our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is released unconditionally and a referendum date handed to him. The Fulani Janjaweed and their compromised Nigerian news media blackmailing Biafrans that Fulani Stooge and 噚UɁ will win if Biafrans don't come out to vote. That blackmail will not make the Anambra to come out on election day. The Fulani Nigerian government think that they are stubborn, or that they can eat their cake and have it. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not released unconditionally, they should forget the elections in Anambra State, because Biafrans are not Almajaris. They are not Janjaweed like the Hausas and other Fulani slaves in the north. According to report, despite the suspension of the sit-at-home protest by IPOB, the Anambra stayed off major roads in Awka, Onitsha, and Nnewi metropolis of the state. Recall that the Southeast governors, Ohaneze Ndị Igbo, and religious leaders who have always been silent on the kidnap and the illegal detention of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu at the DSS facility. But they only started speaking out when their slave masters, the Fulani terrorist Nigerian government, started crying about the impact or the consequence they are facing because of Biafran sit-at-home protests on Fulani northern economy. These Biafran leaders pleaded with IPOB to suspend the sit-at-home order in the interest of Southeast region, while assuring IPOB of their resolve and commitment to meet the Fulani government over Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. These unity beggars, Biafran leaders, cannot be trusted. And that was why Biafrans in Anambra State disobeyed IPOB suspension, because if Biafran leaders are serious and are trustworthy, immediately IPOB suspended the sit-at-home protest, the Fulani Janjaweed Nigerian government would have released our leader Onyendo Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. But that did not happen because the Fulani Nigerian government are not even interested in Anambra election in the first place. And this is why Anambra State has been heavily militarized, so that the Fulani terrorists in military uniform can kill Biafrans and blame it on IPOB and Eastern Security Network. But that plan has failed. Ohaneze ndị Igbo and Igbo politicians never knew how powerful the IPOB was until they started shutting down the entire region without missing word. No group in Nigeria commands that cloth, so nobody saw that coming. And this is making the Fulani Janjaweed afraid and frustrated. The next challenge before security operatives will be to deal with hoodlums who will want to hijack the Anambra elections. That's the next challenge, because they have breeded and imported lots of hoodlums into Anambra State in order to cause havoc and mayhem. And that is what is happening. That is what is happening. They have imported criminals. 噚and his gangs. They have imported criminals into Biafran land in order to cause havoc. And that is what the Nigerian security agencies will deal with, because Biafrans are not coming out. They are not coming out. Even Abakaliki in Ebonyi State, where election is not holding, is also deserted. Every major market were on lock and key. They were deserted, so that the Fulani Janjaweed can have their military can have their field day. They will not send anybody to kill. Also, other southeastern states of Enugu, Imo, and Abia, Biafrans deserted the streets. They obeyed the sit-at-home protest because they had already prepared for the protest. And November 4 came. The Fulani Janjaweed did not release our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So, even if IPOB suspends the sit-at-home, nobody will listen, because the sit-at-home is already on autopilot. It's on autopilot. And the only thing that can stop it is when Biafrans see their leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, released unconditionally and a referendum date handed over to him. Schools, offices, markets, major motor parks, all the motor parks, restaurants, abattoirs, filling stations, banks, and other public institutions were shut to the public rather. And the federal, state, and local government offices were also not left out. They were locked to the public. All of them were locked to the public. There was influx of Anambra indigenes to other Biafran states because they are not ready to vote, and they know what the Fulani-controlled Nigerian security agencies can do out of frustration. The Fulani Nigerian government, they have now understood that Biafrans are ready to leave the fraudulent contraption called Nigeria. No amount of blackmail can stop that. No amount of militarization can stop that. No amount of killing can stop that. And it is no longer business as usual. Thank you, my brothers and my sisters, for supporting Biafran freedom and restoration. Thank you for watching this video, and bye-bye for now.